back to Relationship Talk with the Loys. I want to say thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you for joining the family. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we here on this channel we talk about everything about relationships, and so if you have anything you want us to talk about, write down there in the comments below, and if it's good enough, we'll talk about it.
All right, y'all. So today's topic is, so we've been married for now 19 years. So we wanted to kind of share 19 lessons that we've learned in those 19 years. So to start it off, the first lesson that I think I've learned is that I am actually a submissive wife. Like when I got married, I was like, oh, I ain't gonna be submissive. I'm an independent woman. I ain't gonna be doing all this stuff. And I realized over the years, like, I have become a submissive wife. I know the Bible says it's supposed to be and all that. I get that. But once you get married, it naturally falls into that. You naturally fall into that submission to your husband because of how he treats you and because of how your relationship is going. It just becomes a natural thing. So there wasn't like a forced thing. I had to do it. I just naturally became a submissive wife.
I was a patient guy, but what I've learned was to have more patience. Basically, just getting to know a person even more. Yes, you know yourself, and you know how you go along on your daily basis. So I learned to have more patience with her.
The next thing I've learned is that you need to be flexible. Like, you have to be flexible in a relationship. You can't just say it's only your way, and if things change, you get so upset. You kind of have to just kind of go with the flow sometimes. And sometimes when you go with the flow, you realize that it's not that bad. You learn about new things, and new things that you didn't think you would like, you actually do like. So that's one thing I've learned, just that you just have to be flexible. You just have to be flexible in your relationship, and don't just think that everything's going to go a certain way. That's something I've learned.
And what I have learned was to understand her thoughts.
Her thoughts? It's been a minute since you made a word.
It has been. Understand her thoughts through communication. Through 19 years, you have to have a lot of talks, a lot of sit downs, a lot of time alone, and just process your thoughts. And you have to understand them. So, and just because they say it one way, and you can elaborate a little bit more, so you can get more comprehension, more understanding, and that's what I have learned throughout these years.
All right, so my next one is that it takes more than love to make a relationship work.
Ooh.
And I've realized over the years that you can love each other, but if you don't put in the work and you realize that how important that relationship is for you, like just saying you love each other, that's not always going to be enough. I've realized that over the years that, we might get into an argument, or he get on my nerves, or I get on his nerves. And even though we love each other, it's like you have to kind of sit back and say, like, wait a minute, is this really worth the argument, or is it that big of a deal that, you have to kind of look at your relationship and what you've gone through and where you're at and realize, yeah, I need to put in some work. I need to listen more. I need to be able to understand him a little bit more. So I have to kind of do a little bit more work than just saying that, oh, we love each other, everything's going to be fine. You have to put in the work.
Care about her feelings more. Respect them a little bit more. And that comes with time. Not saying when I got married, I didn't care about her thoughts before. But now I ask her what's on her mind, and we give space for that, so she can, elaborate on her thoughts, and we'll get to know each other just a little bit better. And there you go.
And I think just to kind of piggyback on that, my next thing is I've learned to kind of watch your words, watch how you speak, because words do hurt, and it's piercing at times, and depends on how you say things and when you say it, it can affect the person a certain way. So you have to be careful how you speak to each other, and that you're speaking life into your relationship, that you're uplifting your partner and not tearing them down.
It may be vague, but I try to give a little bit more detail. Do all you can do to keep your marriage together. Mm-hmm. That's what I have learned. I know it's just not all about me, and through those times of communications, you may not understand each other's thoughts, and you try to get to understand it, but do all you can do, even as little sweet, little kind gestures, times here, times there. Sometimes she may come in and have a rough day. Just do all you can do. You get that thought in your head, just try to do it. Just,
do a little text here and there, just to say good morning.
I text her good morning with little hearts and flowers, and sometimes I'm on the road, can't buy flowers sometimes. So I just
you send it a text?
Yeah, send some flowers through the text. Hey, do all you can do. I'm saying
all that you can do.
This is what I do. I'm not. I'm speaking the truth here. Hey.
Oh, so my next one is don't hold a grudge. Like, don't hold a grudge against each other. Always communicate, as he said before, and talk about whatever the issue is. And the fact that when he said you leave space, because we leave that space to do that kind of check-in with each other, is an opportunity for you to be like, okay, this hurt my feelings, or I didn't like what you did here. So you're not holding a grudge, because you're able to kind of talk and say how you're feeling. So that's one thing I've learned, to not hold a grudge. So you got me saying words too.
Right.
Go on with your next one.
Well, in this whole single thing and coming together, I learned that, some things is spontaneous, and that's good, but I learned how to do things together too, to interact with one another while, so planning is a good thing too. Spontaneous is good too, but sometimes when you planned it out, in advance, it makes things a little bit better, a little bit planned out. That picture can be more smiling, just learn to plan things out, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. The same person that we were our first year of marriage is not the same person that we are right now. So you are going to change. Your partner is going to change. You're going to change over time. So I realized that, we have evolved, we have changed, and we have to adjust to the new person that we're with now. Like, your personality might change a little bit. Like, things that you used to tolerate before, you're not tolerating as much right now. Or things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. Things that you used to like to do, you don't like to do anymore. So you have to realize that your partner is going to change, just like you have changed over the years. We get older, we get a little wiser, and our habits change. So that's one thing you have to learn. Like, over these 19 years, we have both kind of changed, and we just have to adjust to the new person that we've become. Better people, but we have changed.
And in those 19 years that she said, I learned that through those 19 years wasn't so easy to come by, Not saying nothing of that, but what I'm saying is to keep the Lord first. Mm-hmm. And that's how you can sustain and keep that foundation going. Hey, I done did some things and this and that, and had to, seek the Lord, and then keep the Lord first. Keep the Lord first. That's in all matter. Yes. All by yours, but there you go.
And I'm just going to throw mine in there too. That's what I had on my list, that God needs to be the center all the time.
Oh, yes.
Like, all the time. When you have good times, he got to be in the center. When you're going through rough times, he has to be in the center. When you're in between, he got to be in the center. Like, no matter what, he has to be kind of in the center of your relationship. And I think that has guided us a lot in our relationship. Like when you think to do things, we have to kind of consider each other, get our thoughts, and also get his thoughts as well, and like pray and wait for him to tell us what move we should make. So that's one thing I would definitely say. You have to put God first in your relationship all the time.
That's a good ingredient right there.
That's right.
What I have is appreciate how she loves me.
Mm.
What I mean is how she shows me love. I know how I want to be loved, but she may not come directly on the way how I want to be loved, and she may show it just a little bit different, you know. So just like a long time ago, you know, I was trying to show my love, and I bought her a sweater.
I knew you was gonna go with this story.
I ain't gonna tell it all, but
we tell it another day. Another video.
Yeah, but there you go. You know, appreciate how she loves you.
Be transparent, and you have to realize that you have made this commitment to this person forever, to love, to honor, to cherish, you know, and you have to kind of give yourself fully to that person. You can't be holding stuff back. You have to be transparent to who you are and what your intentions are and what you like and what you don't like. Like, don't be in a marriage that you're doing stuff and you know you don't like that and you're not like saying it. Just be transparent so they know the true you. That's one thing I've learned.
I learned to love her more. Meaning, this life that we are in, I learned to share a bit more of myself. Basically, my thoughts. Yeah, we can sit there and talk and communicate, but not necessarily sharing your mind with her. So on these years, she can, you know, gradually know me even more on how I think and my specific moves, and just learn more about me. So I learned to love her more in the way how, you know, show that love. I let her get into my mind a little bit, you know, not all the way. Not all the way. Not all the way.
You gotta be transparent. Did you just hear me say that?
Yeah, transparent. Yeah. Yeah. That's what she said. But me?
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Me, I gave a little bit my thoughts, a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, like in the beginning, you're not gonna give everything, but
exactly,
as you go along.
You just give her, you may not know me, you scare her a little bit. You know, but.
Okay. I think I knew a lot about you when we first got married. Because we know we had so much history, so it's like,
of course.
Okay, so I don't know what number we up to, but you know, as you go, you change, your habits change, your body change, but like you have to not get too comfortable in the relationship and not in the same thing that you did when you were dating. Like if you came to pick me up, I would get ready, try to look nice. I do the same thing now that we're married. Like, you know, you're gonna have your days that you're just lounging around, but you have your moments where you think, I'm gonna put myself together, you know, and keep myself up so he sees and remembers the reason why he married me. You know, not just that looks is everything, but you want to keep yourself up in a certain way so that your husband appreciate who he has and that you appreciate your husband. So that's one thing I've learned. Like, you can't get too comfortable in a relationship. That's one thing. I try my best to not get comfortable and always try to look my best no matter where we are or where we're going. You know, try to always put myself together. And, you know, I just try to always represent for my hubby.
Oh, yes. She do a wonderful job. She represents and I definitely appreciate that because that's what marriage is about, representation.
That's right.
That's right. And I guess my last and final one, right? I learned to let her take the wheel. So basically, what I'm saying there is that you know, you get to know the person, and you feel comfortable with them, and you know, some men they want to dominate stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it don't have to be like that. It's a partnership, you know, and if she wanted decides to plan out a whole trip like she did to.
Like I do all the time.
Not all the time, not all the time, and you know you just have to trust her judgment. You have to look about it a little bit. Hey, what? All right. Oh. But that's what it is. That's let her take the wheel, and you know it's about the trust thing.
Yeah. And I know you, and I know what you like, so I know when I plan something, what we're gonna do, and that you're going to enjoy it. And if you're not, you're flexible enough to try whatever I want to do.
Oh yeah, I mix the best of things.
Exactly.
And I also mix it fun.
Of course.
That's right. That's why I learned how to annoy her too. Throughout these whole year, I just annoy her. And
that's what she. I can't. Okay, my last and final one. So the 19th thing I've learned over the 19 years is that he is my BFF.
Oh my God.
No, but I know we joke about this, but truly, I feel like he is my best friend because he knows me like through and through, and like anything that happens, he's the first person I want to call and tell about it. Any event, he's the first person I want to talk. If it's something happy, he's the first one. If something sad, he's the first person. Even when I'm mad at him, I just tell him I'm mad at him. Like, I don't go saying it to somebody else. I just confront him and check in with him and say, listen, I'm mad, I'm upset, or whatever. So I have truly, over the years, realized that. I know we joke about it all the time. And we have a whole video talking about BFF, whatever, in relationships. But truly, he is my best friend.
Oh.
And I'm his BFF also. Hey, no.
The Lord says about the friend whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Just my friend. She's my wife.
Well, you my BFF. We just leave it at that. We just
tell everything.
Exactly.
They don't keep no secrets, especially when you're in the marriage.
Exactly.
All right then. Now borrow $5.
I don't lend money to my friends.
All right, so you're gonna give me $5 then? That's what I'm talking about right there.
I can't. So that's what
I should have asked for a little bit more.
That's what we have learned over the 19 years. And if you're in a marriage, or you're just started, or you're further along, further than we are, or in the middle, I'm sure you have some of these things in common. Or drop down in the comments, what have you learned in your marriage over how many years that you've been married?
Oh yes, we thank you for listening thus far, and you are with us, and this is the Lloyd Love Movement. So, this is what we do. We want all couples to be successful.
Yes.
Successfully in love. So, this is what we do.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Relationship Talk with the Lloyds. Peace.
Peace.
Don't look at my nails. I gotta get them done. Over time.
I gotta pay for them. Yeah.
He sure do. That's what I've learned in marriage too. That he will pay without a follow. Bye, y'all.